rivals go head-to-head. It is time for the fan bases to square off. It's time for Battle of the Fans.
So we're at the United Center, which is the Madhouse on Madison.
The Hawks and Red Wings, this goes back a ways, but man, it's one of the best games of the season always. They have a matchup now in this round 2. Looking forward to every minute of it. That's why we got the gold throw helmets.
And when they score, you flip the light on, a lot of fun. Yeah, all the girls love them.
It's going to be the last playoff series between the Red Wings and the Blackhawks, unless they meet in the Stanley Cup Finals sometime in the future.
If I'm not mistaken, the Red Wings and the Blackhawks, they don't like each other very well.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Very huge rivalry. It will always be a rivalry, so it's a lot of fun to come to the games, too.
For these two teams, they always seem to find themselves at the top of the standings every year, and I don't know what to pick for the series, but I like Detroit, and we'll go from there.
Why don't you tell us how big of a Red Wings fan you are for a start? Puck's going to drop soon.
I love the Red Wings so much that I can't even words will come to mind, I can't even explain it. But hockey in general, I'm so glad that it's back in Chicago. I just hope that we have a good game and a good series. But I don't know.
My dad, when I was this guy's age, took me to a bunch of Hawks games. Back in the Bobby Hull, Tony Esposito, Phil Esposito, Stan Mikita, all those guys. So I used to go when I was a little kid his age, and now I'm doing it for my kids.
I've just always been a diehard Blackhawks fan. Hate Detroit. My dad taught me how to hate Detroit. When I was little, I had a Detroit Sucks onesie, and then I made my dad a Detroit Sucks t-shirt for Christmas 2 years ago.
It came full circle. That's nice.
It did, absolutely.
We've been going to games since I was about 4 or 5 years old. Been going ever since.
Because I'm a Michigan guy, and I'm Detroit across the board. My Tigers, my Red Wings, my Lions, straight across the board. Love my Red Wings.
My dad started taking me to games when it was Chicago Stadium, Cross Street. So I have a bar in my house, actually, that I've dedicated to Hawk memorabilia. So I have framed jerseys, pictures. I have Marion Bosa's stick they signed for me. So I'm a pretty big fan. I'm not a scary fan. I don't stalk people, but I do enjoy going to the games.
Compare Detroit, Chicago, Red Wings, Blackhawks.
I will compare the fan base. We go back 10 years ago. We used to come over here all the time. Easy ticket. Easy ticket. No problem at all. At the Joe, there's no such thing as an easy ticket. That's true hockey fans. Good hockey, bad hockey, doesn't matter how we're doing, they fill the Joe. I think it's a little bit different over here. If they're playing well, this building's filled. If it's not, we can come over and watch our Red Wings play over here.
I did actually go to a couple of Red Wings games when I was in Detroit. So I have to say, as far as, dedication to fans, we're pretty equivalent, I would say. Long history, original 6 teams. The Hawks, don't have as long of a history of being really great, I guess. Obviously, we won our first cup in 49 years, a couple of years ago, and the Red Wings obviously have won year after year after year. So they obviously are very competitive. They're a very strong team, and their fans are, very dedicated. But dedication-wise, I bet you both cities are equivalent in that respect.
They both have rabid fan bases. I have a lot of friends who are Blackhawks fans. This place is an absolute crazy place these days. Blackhawks have been unbelievable the last 4 or 5 years. Detroit's been going to the playoffs for 22 years.
Tell me another team in any pro sport that for the 22nd year in a row is in the playoffs. We expect them to be in the playoffs.
I've been to both arenas, and they both have their own unique fan base. Obviously, Chicago with their national anthem before the game, in Detroit with the history of success in their franchise, they really thrive off that. And like I said, it's going to be a tough series. Both teams are playing well right now, and we'll see where it goes.
Detroit always shows up to play, no matter if they're the 8 seed or the 1 seed. I'm just glad the Hawks are back to relevance again after a long period of being irrelevant.
It's a hate-respect type of thing.
Right, absolutely. You have to respect Detroit. They're one of the original 6.
Mostly hate.
Mostly hate.
Well, I hate to use that word hate, but it's one of those rivals we're going to miss in the future. Well, what a bummer we're going to be out of our conference now.
The silver lining in the cloud is, the Wings and the Hawks could play for everything. And that actually would be the most phenomenal thing for the original 6 and hockey fans and hockey. And it would just be absolutely awesome.
These teams are evenly matched. Don't feed me the 1 seed, 7 seed stuff. I'm not going for it.
Who's going to win the series and in how many games?
They do 5 games in all. Obviously, Hawks will win the series.
As a Wings fan, I want to say the Wings in 7.
Well, Detroit's not going to roll over. So I would say probably, I'm going to say 6 games.
as a realist, I'm going to say the Hawks in 5.
I'm such a big Red Wings fan that I would like to see the Blackhawks beat us because that means that Chicago is perpetuated, and I know that we'll be back. I mean, we're in our regrowing process, and you guys are just freaking on fire. And if you guys don't play Pittsburgh in the finals, then it's a travesty to all hockey fans.
And I think the biggest difference is Rocky Wirtz. He brought the team together. That's why we're number one, and that's why we're going to bring home the cup one more time.
Go Wings!
Go Wings. Go Wings, baby.
Go Blackhawks!